currently a 16-year-old living in Nepal. Even though this happened years ago, I still remember it clearly, and it's affected me ever since. This story goes back to when I was around 6 years old, and my mom was pregnant with my younger brother. Even though I preferred sleeping next to her, I was often made to sleep with my aunt instead. One night, I threw a tantrum, begging to stay with my mom. She said no. Frustrated and angry, I stormed through the house, turning off every light. But the second the darkness took over, fear kicked in. I panicked and rushed to turn them all back on. Still upset, I quietly walked to my aunt's room and laid down to sleep. I always slept at the edge of the bed, facing the wall, to avoid falling. The bed was covered with a mosquito net. As I curled up, the room was dim, not pitch black, because light from the corridor leaked in through the open door. That's how I saw her, a woman who looked exactly like my mother, standing, unmoving, against the wall. She wasn't doing anything, just standing, as if she were frozen. Her eyes were wide, her pupils fixed directly on me. There was no emotion on her face, none. But her stare was cold and intense. She was wearing my mom's brown kurta. Her stillness was unnatural, her skin pale and doll-like. The air around me grew colder, and goosebumps spread across my arms. My heart was pounding so loudly I could hear it. I shut my eyes tight, telling myself it was just my imagination. But when I opened them again, she was still there, unmoving, watching. Tears welled in my eyes. I turned toward my aunt, trying not to sob, wishing the night would just end. The next morning, I asked my mom,
"Were you in my room last night?"
She looked confused.
"I wasn't,"
she said. I told her everything. Her expression changed. She looked worried. Then she rushed to where her laundry was soaking in detergent, pulling out a piece of clothing.
"Was it this, kurta?"
she asked. I nodded. That was the one. Here's what still gives me chills, even now. There was never enough space between the bed and the wall. Not enough to stand in, not for a person, let alone a grown, pregnant woman. And yet, she had been there, watching me. To this day, I don't know who or what I saw that night, but I've never forgotten her. This happened about 9 months ago, in late winter. I usually get up at 6 a.m. for school, and my older sister, who's 26, drives me on her way to work. It's part of our routine. She's always well put together, her hair curled, makeup flawless, and dressed professionally. But that Thursday morning was different. I woke up a bit late, rushed to get ready, and ran downstairs expecting her to be annoyed or honking outside. Instead, she was standing in the entryway, waiting for me. She looked off. Her hair wasn't curled, her face was bare, no makeup at all, and she had baggy clothes on. I tried to lighten the mood.
"Going to work ugly today?"
I joked. She turned to me slowly and smiled, but not like she found it funny. It was too wide, almost like she was stretching her face into a grin. Her eyes looked just a bit too open, too fixed. I laughed nervously, waiting for her to say something. She didn't. Just kept smiling like that. It made the room feel colder, so I asked,
"Are you driving me to school or not?"
That's when her face dropped. The smile vanished instantly. She grabbed my hand and said,
"I'll walk you instead."
I blinked.
"Why?"
I asked. She didn't answer, but her grip tightened. It almost hurt. She was squeezing my hand so tightly, I almost let out a sound. It felt like she had the strength of a bodybuilder, which made no sense. My sister's skinny and not particularly strong. We started walking in complete silence. Every time I tried to ask her why we weren't using the car, she ignored me and just kept walking, eyes forward, her face blank. When we got close to the school, I finally yanked my hand away.
We're here.
I said, already walking toward the gates, but she kept insisting that I follow her.
Just come this way.
She kept repeating.
Just follow me.
I ran inside the school instead. I told my friends how weird she was acting. They all looked at each other, concerned, but didn't say anything. I figured they just thought I was being dramatic. Later, during break, I checked my phone, and that's when I froze. There was a text from my sister, sent at exactly 6 a.m., and it said,
Heading out early today. Got a meeting. Sorry.
Attached to the message was a photo of her sitting in her car, doing a peace sign. Her hair was curled, makeup done perfectly, and dressed professionally. The caption?
Have fun walking to school alone.
I felt the blood drain from my face. If she had already left, then who the hell walked me to school? I told everyone what happened. Most didn't believe me. They laughed, said I must have imagined it. Except my mom. When I told her, she got quiet. Then she said something that sent chills down my spine.
I've had something like that happen to me before.
She wouldn't give me details, but I remember the words she used, doppelganger. Since then, I've been paranoid. Sometimes I wonder, is my mother really my mother? Is my father really my father? Every time I see my sister without makeup, with her hair down, I freeze. I can't help but remember that morning. The way she looked at me, the way she smiled, the way she held my hand, and the way she said,
Just follow me.